It's fun. Performing with my own friends is even more fun. But do you know what's more fun than all of those things put together? Reading books. Welcome to Kids Reading Club. This show will take you all around the world while you're sitting in your coziest reading spot. So join us on our next expedition of reading a new book.
Hello dear friends and welcome back. So now I'll read my amazing story that I think all of you are gonna like it. So let's begin. The name of my story is Hansel and Gretel. I think, guys, do you know the story?
Yeah, it's one of the most famous fairy tales.
I know,
And my most favorite.
Same, I loved the story when I was small. I was clearly telling my Mom, can you put for me the story that says Hansel and Gretel? It's like,
and one thing confuses me actually. It's called a fairy tale, but there are no fairies, only a witch.
no guys, actually fairy tales don't have to be like there are inside fairies.
Yeah, they're just magical.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and you know when I was young, like when I was in KG or something, my teacher used to tell me if I get something correct, some answer correct, they're like, okay, pick a book. And my first book is always Hansel and Gretel.
Yeah, because like you feel that you want to
You feel
have fun.
smart.
Yeah, you're like,
You feel
Yeah.
I'm smart. So let's begin. What I like about this book that you can color here, and at the same time there are already the colors here. So like, the stepmother of Hansel and Gretel was very cruel. She forced them to do house chores. She wanted to get rid of them both. The cruel stepmother told her husband to leave the children in a deep forest. She argued that they did not have enough to eat if the children were sent to the forest. They argued and argued until Hansel and Gretel had overheard the talk of their real father and cruel stepmother. Hansel went to the backyard of the house and picked some white pebbles up. He would use them later. Next day, the family set out. They headed for the forest. Hansel carefully dropped white pebbles on the way. His parents were not aware of that action of Hansel.
Smart move.
Yeah.
I love Hansel because like I like Hansel because like he's smart and he has some actions that they can go home safely.
Yeah,
under the
he has that
emergencies.
common sense that where he should act during an emergency and not just like I'll do something later, I'll do this later, I'll do that later.
Like he's not lazy.
Yeah, it's good that he didn't postpone it. That's why they say that what you should do today, don't postpone it for tomorrow, because tomorrow has another tomorrow as well. So tomorrow is an
never
imaginary
comes.
day
Yeah.
that never comes, which you can actually refer to if you want.
Their parents made them sit under a tree. After some time, they left from their stanley. The children were all small. They knew their parents' plan. Well, Hansel and Gretel set out from home. The white pebbles thrown by Hansel while going were helpful to them. While coming back, the children reached home safely. The stepmother was very angry to see the kids again. She locked them up in a room. The children were terrified, but she had some more evil situations in her mind. Once again, the cruel stepmother took the entire family into the forest. That time, they all went deeper to that so that the children might never be back. Hansel threw bread crumbles on the way to keep track of the path. Left alone in the jungle, the children tried to go back home again, but the bread crumbles had been eaten up by birds. The night fell and the kids were terrified.
What are they gonna do now?
I don't know, but let's see. It looks good.
Read on. It looks really yummy, more like
I know it has like that
custard,
ice cream.
candy
Chocolate
cane, chocolate, peppermint.
Where? Oh,
peppermint,
there.
candy canes,
Actually,
toffees,
sometimes it
cupcakes,
has everything.
all in my.
It's my dream house.
You'll eat it and then you'll have to build a whole new house.
Yeah. The kids traveled through the dense forest and reached a beautiful cottage. The cottage had been built with gingerbread and cakes. They started eating the rooftop of the candy house because they were hungry.
Okay, they shouldn't have done that. I mean,
Yeah.
who knows? For all
It's
we
poisonous.
know, it's plastic.
Yeah,
But
very.
different taste.
Maybe it's
plastic.
styrofoam.
Styrofoam.
Maybe it's hardened glue.
Or
Ah.
okay, so let's continue. A witch who lived in that cottage came out of the candy hut. She offered them food, beds, and eatables. She wanted to eat them up, but they were not aware of her evil plan.
Don't they know they shouldn't eat from
No, that's her
strangers?
smile.
They shouldn't eat from strangers.
Yeah, because like maybe it's poisonous.
Haven't they heard of stranger danger?
Plus, she looks like a witch. No
Yeah.
offense.
Maybe they didn't know what means a witch.
Yeah.
The witch locked Hansel up in an iron cage. She forced Gretel into becoming her slave. She fed Hansel liberally so that he might become fat enough to be eaten up. She's really a witch.
So, in the process, Hansel got a lot of food to eat. Isn't that a great thing? Okay.
He's gonna
Be eaten up as food.
Yeah. To continue. I'm curious enough.
The witch forced Gretel to clean and do all the jobs for her as a slave.
Uh-oh, this is looking bad.
Well, it can be good. The witch decided to eat Hansel and Gretel up. She tried to show Gretel how much hot is the hot pot so she can put Hansel and Gretel in. But Gretel was smart enough to put the witch inside and push her into the fire.
Yup, now Gretel is a smart one.
Yeah. Hansel and Gretel discovered a very nice plan so they can go into to home safely. But by the way, they found a lot of mysterious mysterious rocks. And they found some swans, pink swans, so they can return home.
Aren't flamingos pink?
Yeah, but it's just an imagination story.
A fairy tale.
Yeah. They met their father. Their stepmother had died. They all lived happily ever after.
I love happy endings.
I know.
Yeah. It's like beginning with a cruel beginning, but after it's going on with a serious ending.
Did you notice that the stepmother, she was actually smart, but
She was
then-
the rich.
maybe.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you see that it's the same thing with bad people. They are actually smart criminals or thieves or whatsoever.
Yeah.
Like if you try to stage one robbery, it's definitely gonna be a flop, and they're like, okay, come on, get out of the house.
Yeah.
Why are you inside? But then if they do it, they're able to concoct such a
Yeah.
plan. So that means they are smart, but they don't know how to use their smartness.
Yeah, they use their smartness to actually help the world. The world will become a much better place.
Just become happy.
And Hansel and Gretel should be more aware of stranger danger.
Yeah, they'll probably.
So guys, we're gonna talk about the moral of the story, but after we take our short break. So, see you after break. Welcome back, guys, and now we're just gonna see what is our opinion for the story, or what's the moral of the story that we learned. So, how about you?
In this story, you can see that although Hansel and Gretel are not really aware about the real world where they are, about stranger danger or anything, they are still smart. And also, you can we saw how. First of all, Hansel, he dropped those pebbles so that he could go back home, and second of all, Gretel, where she was completely aware all the time of being scared of the witch, and she was always prepared to fight back. So it saved both of their lives. So it just goes on to show that if we are not careful of ourselves, then who will be careful of us? Because if not us, then who? What do you think about that?
Well, I think, as you said, Hansel and Gretel should be very aware of stranger danger and also about the consequences of their acts and what bad things their acts might sometimes have. For instance, when Hansel dropped the breadcrumbs, he may not have thought that the animals might have come and eaten it.
Yeah.
Well, I thought that be brave and be confident with yourself no matter what, because as Gretel did, she was ready to fight back because her brother was locked up and she knew that the witch is gonna eat them up, because witches are all like this. They just want to be unnice to people.
But they could be nice witches.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
So it's like, what do you say? If you are careful, then you can save yourself.
Yes.
I guess.
Okay, guys, that was the end for our story for today. I hope you liked it. So, see you in another episode. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.